Hi, everybody. This is Adrienne. Sorry to have made you wait so long for part two on organizing 2023. The holidays were wild, and this just goes to show me how much I really need to work on this game plan because I found myself this holiday season in some new roles that I've never been in before, and it really just highlighted to me how important this is because I want to show up differently next year for myself and for my family. So, what I did, I had a day this last couple of weeks, and you can see my kid has so lovingly crinkled up. He's very good at texturing paper for me. I sat down and I made this list and went through all of my roles as a person and then all of my expectations and responsibilities for myself along the side of each. And I'm going to go through all of those with you guys, and I'm going to transfer some of these over to some sticky notes here while I do that. So I just got these from the Dollar Tree, and what I'm going to do is assign each color to a different part of myself, essentially. So the easiest one to assign off is going to be me as an employee. So my responsibilities at work are very simple as far as I show up, I do good work, turn in my hours, etc. That's going to be the easiest one on here. Me as a business owner, down here, I have several components to that because I am a seamstress for myself, and I also make items for markets like cards and stationery. And then me as a mama, me as a person, and then me as a partner. So I think that looks good. We'll skip this yellow one until I figure out that I need it. So my goal with this is to create a big calendar for myself for next year to make sure that I allot enough time to accomplish these items that will help me to feel more organized, because I've discovered that there's things I want to do better now that actually, let's put that here. There's things that I want to do better now that I haven't ever wanted to do before with my life. And I need to be able to make time for everything by being aware and thinking ahead. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's start off with Adrienne as the employee. So my job when I go to work is to produce produce quality work. There we go. And then this is going to be like monthly. So there's that. And then I also try to be helpful with sourcing at work because, we're always needing supplies and staying on top of, getting cups and lace and beads and stuff like that. So those are my two main tasks at work. Besides good customer service. I mean, I feel like we can write that down. Why not? That also is a good reminder that uses up my energy, providing good customer service, because as we all know, it's still using up brain power. Okay, so that is Adrienne as the employee. So let's go down here, and actually let's use this. We'll use one each for my business owner side. So as a seamstress for myself, my goals next year are to do 5 brides a month. That's my goal. I also need to do sourcing for myself. There's that. Boop. I also need to clean and organize my sewing room because she crazy. Let's write that. Okay, and I probably do need to do that monthly because, yeah, she's crazy in there. My sewing room is wild. I also want to make time every month. I want to do at least 2 hours of market prep for the stuff that I make to take to market. So, like I said, I make stationery and cards, and then I do 1 market a month, which is prep work, like packing a car, packing all of my goodies, One Market, getting change, all that. Oops, pack it. Can't think and talk at the same time. Pack the car. Okay, so those, and then I'm going to try to be careful on how much supplies I buy for myself for crafting, because it's super fun and enjoyable, and I forget that I don't need to buy so much stuff. So I'm going to write utilize stash, because I have so much supplies. I don't need to go crazy with buying stuff this year. Okay, so there's those two. Put those to the side. Okay. Adrian. So this one is a hard section that I've really never paid attention to before, but I've learned this year that if I don't take care of myself, I can't show up for anything else. And I feel like I've done, I don't know, I don't want to put a number on it, but I just don't feel like I've done quite as well as I would like to. I've definitely tried very hard this year, but I just want to do a better job for next year. So I don't want to get down on myself. This is a way to try to help uplift myself and be organized so that I have time for all these things. Okay, so my health is important. So next year, health-wise, I would like to focus on at least a few doctor's appointments, for stuff that I need. My health usually comes last, but I've discovered that mine needs to come closer to first so that I can show up. So my bills, my personal ones, I have stuff I like to pay for and buy and do. And then self-care. So I'm going to write self-care tasks. I really enjoyed journaling, but I did not do very much at all during Christmas and the holiday time because I was slammed. So I need to make time for that. And I probably want to do that at least once a day would be super lovely. But if I can do twice a week, that would be amazing next year. Let me write that. 2 times a week. Okay, and then as me, it is my job to maintain my relationships with my friends and family. I am a sister and a daughter and a best friend and all of those good things. And I feel like I don't like missing people's birthdays. So I actually had my partner help me write out a list of everybody's birthdays so that way I can try to be on top of it. So in January, I know we have 2 birthdays specifically. So I'm going to make this into a big calendar. That's my goal. So that way I can see all the things I need to do every month and be ahead. So that way each month I can, feel like I am present for what's happening. And then all my gift wrapping, which I find super enjoyable, as well as shopping through the year. Because it's nice to be able to budget everything by knowing what's coming next and then shopping ahead of time. So basically, I always shop a little bit all year long for everybody that I know that I want to give gifts to. And this will just help me be more organized. I have designated a gift bucket that sits in my closet, and I'm going to tag everything as I buy it, because at Christmas this last go, we were going through the gift bucket, and I was like, who did we buy this for? What was this? Was this for a birthday or a Christmas or what? So I want to be organized with that a little bit better this year. Now, there's definitely more things up here. I also need my car maintenance, my car health. I have an oil change coming up soon. And each of these can be broken down further. Like in my bills, my car insurance is due twice a year. I paid registration this last year, all these kind of things. So you can break these down very, very finely. So that way you get more quality and more richness out of this list. This is going to take several revisions to get through all that, but this was just my initial brainstorm to get everything onto paper initially. And okay, so now these are the 2 hardest categories for me. Adrian as a partner and Adrian as a mama. I am brand new at being a mama, and my partner and I recently moved in. So these are some new tasks for me in our relationship that I've been working on trying to do better at as far as everything goes. Now, I'm going to get a little specific with the cleaning and organizing. I do laundry at least twice a week. And I'm not doing great at it right now as far as getting it all put away and stuff like that. I would never judge anybody else, but I've noticed I'm really hard on myself about that. So leaving time for all these things will make me feel like less stressed, I hope. The fridge needs cleaned out at least once a month on a Wednesday because our trash picks up on Thursday. Fridge clean out. Grocery shopping has to happen like that next week because the fridge will be clean then and have room for that. I wrote nutrition on here because basically grocery shopping and meal planning is 90% of my mealing. Oh gosh. Again, can't talk and write at the same time. Meal plan. 90% of these are my task. My partner does cook a lot as well, but it just ends up being something that I mostly do. I have my bills that I help provide for the home. So I contribute once a month to our home bills, which makes me feel very happy. I like being able to contribute to our finances so that way I can make decisions along with my partner about, anything house related. It's nice to feel like you're a part of something and to maybe take a little bit of weight off of their shoulders as well. My goal with maintaining my work is to be able to give my partner a break and help him to feel like it's not all on him. He is majorly the provider for us though, but I just feel like that's nice to be able to help a little bit in that way. And then home care. There is so much home maintenance. Oh my gosh. I feel like I can right now, okay. Like I could break this one down into every room. I put out a big list the other day. Shoot, if I can get the bathrooms cleaned 4 times a month right now, that would be delightful. Like a deep clean or, a good solid clean. You know how you just like clean it quickly every day or like once a week or whatever? I need to do like where you're into the floors and you're using a toothbrush and all the cracks and like, scrubbing all the crusty stuff out of the sink. Like I need to do big cleans like that. And I just don't have that on my schedule. It's just not anywhere allotted for in time. So I'm like, oh, whenever I'm done with everything else, I'll get to it. And as you can see, I'm not finding time to get to it because there's not natural time presenting itself. But like if natural time presents itself to me, I'm not just going to want to run to go scrub the bathroom. I don't find that relaxing. Currently it's clean for Christmas and it's so nice in there. It's so cute. I put up Christmas towels and I even changed the curtain rings to like Christmas ones and it's so cute and it feels really good. So currently, even though I'm stressed and I still have work to finish today, I know my bathroom is cute right now and that makes me feel really good. So I'm trying to like harness these feelings that I have right now of like holiday stress and joy from seeing my family. And I'm trying to use that to fuel this motivation right now because obviously this is not a fun project. Looking at everything that I have to do doesn't feel super great. It can be overwhelming. The colors are definitely helping and this little fringe that's happening is delightful. But that's what I'm saying. I wanted to get it organized because I don't think life is going to get easier, but I can show up better or differently, hopefully, by keeping all these things in my mind a little bit better. And frankly, I've never wanted to show up this way before. My life has been very much solitary as far as like, what do I need? What do my clients need? And that was it. And I've discovered that I want to show up in these kinds of ways. And I feel like this is really going to help. So obviously, like I said, this is stuff I can show up for more. Also, I want some dates. I want some dates back. I understand now where people have dedicated date nights. Because, like, you miss your partner. You miss them even though you're in the same house and you see them all the time. But you're talking about everything. You're talking about finances. You're talking about the weeds growing in the yard. You're talking about the next holiday. You're talking about the kid. You're talking about buying diapers and all the things that need to happen. And then you just like get tired and fall asleep on the couch next to each other instead of like remembering that you can do activities that you used to do before. So I'm putting that on there because I understand now why that's important. Okay, so this last section here is probably the most important one currently because I'm helping to keep a little person alive. And this is also the one that I'm struggling with the most because it's brand new to me. And I have discovered that I want to spend so much time with my kid. I love taking him to the library. We go once a week for story time, and it is the best. So we do, let's see, this is 4 times a month, once a week. We have a blast at story time. It gets him out, it teaches him how to show up and be on time for something. That's under the education section. I also make a lot of like crafts with him, and we do posters and music time. And oh my gosh, we just have a blast. He has so much fun. We have recorders and we have pianos, and he just has a blast with all those things. He's musically oriented already, which is just awesome. It's also my job to take him outdoors and show him things, take him to the library and the museum, and to meet people and to be kind with others and teach him about community. So there's a lot of components to this that I did not expect. The other one I did not expect under cleaning is I have to like sort through his clothes every couple of weeks because he's growing everything. It just grows right out of everything. I have to sort everything out beyond the laundry and see what he doesn't fit into anymore and donate it or decide to keep it. And if I keep it, I have to store it in his closet. And if I store it, I have to get the boxes. Like there's just a lot of processes to some of the stuff that I didn't realize was going to be there. And I'm sure some of it I don't even have to do because I used to fold all of his clothes and now he takes them all out of the bins regardless. So I just kind of lay them in there because there's no point in folding them if he's just going to go and pull them all out. I wash all of his bed sheets at least twice a week. He loves blankets. We go through so many blankets a week, and I want to wash them because he like chews on them or drags them on the ground and stuff. So that ends up being a good chunk of my morning is rounding up all the blankets in the house and washing and drying them either before I go into work or, you know, just on a regular morning. He definitely goes to the doctor. We have doctor's appointments at least once a month. 1 time a month. At least. He's also going to start going to the dentist soon, so that might end up being a thing. Up until recently, we took him to physical therapy at least once a week for the first year of his life. So he has recently graduated, so that's not part of our game plan currently, but if he ends up needing more support along that line, that will get added back to my plate just because my schedule has the most availability to be able to take him for that kind of care. I don't remember everything I was saying about environmental. Um, there's always stuff that he needs as far as like I exercise with him and make sure that things are age appropriate for him as far as the toys that he has, and in learning about physical therapy and how to take care of him and exercise, we have all different kinds of toys and tools to help his muscle development and growth. And so I'm always researching stuff like that because as his milestones develop, I want to make sure he stays on track. You know, we're still working on his core strength overall. So that ends up being a good part of my day when I'm with him. And just all those general care items. I mean, right now, if I can get him bathed, you know what a task that is. Baths. If I can get him in the bath 3 times a week right now, that's just me. If I can get him bathed 3 times, he gets baths at Nona's house as well. So that's along there. Trimming his nails because he has crazy nails. Oops, nails. And grooming, just any of his grooming tasks. I feel like I spend a lot of time cleaning ears and noses because he definitely has that happening for him. So all these things that I want to do for him as a mom use a lot of time and energy that I just want to make sure I account for because I don't want to take too many brides and then not be able to do things for him. and vice versa. I don't want to tell a bride I have lots of time when I really don't, because these tasks are ones I want to show up for more often, and that's just where I'm at in my life right now. Okay, this is wild, and this isn't even everything. Like, look at all these little flaggies. So my thought was that this would help me produce a month. This would help me see what my life looks like per month. All of these things. And like I said, this can be broken down further. So in January, I will have completed one round of all of these items. Isn't that wild? This is a lot of things. This is a lot of tasks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 34 items just on here. These are just like main categories. I didn't even I forgot to even put like his nutritional stuff, like as I cook his food, or introduce him to new foods that are outside of our home. This is probably why I have felt stressed. Look at all these. And this is also why I think it's been important for me to put this down on paper. This is why I feel tired. And this is why I wanted to make this, because I don't want to feel tired doing these things, because I love my life. I love all these things. I have chosen all of these things for myself. There is not anything on here that is an obligation to me. There's nothing on here that I feel heavy about. I love going to work. I love doing my job. I love making stuff for markets. I love that I can take care of myself and pay my bills. I love that I can contribute to our household. Of course, I love my partner and the home and the life we're building. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel weird being stressed out about stuff that I have chosen and that I love. And so I'm really hoping this will help me be able to put it down on paper in a way that will help me be organized and feel peaceful, because these are things that I have chosen. So I thought I would rough draft this because I bought a big piece of poster board. So I'm going to make a master set or master calendar for next year of all these tasks, so that way I can stay on track. Because like, I know when certain bills of mine are due, so I'm going to, be able to look ahead for things and make sure I have enough money allotted for that, etc. And like I said, some of these items I want to be able to plan for better. And that way I can move these around on the calendar and say, okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to kind of do a rough draft here. And maybe we can figure this out. January. So this is my January. I know for a fact, let's see. We have 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4 in January. I know on week 1, I have, let's see here. Actually, okay. So in January, I know week 2, we have some birthdays coming up. I need to go get groceries this first week. I'm going to work on all of these. So this is what I'm going to figure out. I need to like separate out and make flags for each individual item, I think, for ones that are repeating. Sourcing is something I should probably do a little bit every month, so that way it doesn't creep up on me. I definitely need to clean and organize at least here. Again, I should break this down. Definitely get some bathroom cleaning happening now that I remember how much I like having a clean bathroom. Let's throw journaling on here because I need to make time for that. I know he's got a doctor's appointment coming up in the second week, so I need to put that on there. This stuff I do for him, oh my gosh, all of the time anyways. Let's see here. Library starts again soon. That's going to be weekly. I feel like I sort his clothes out at least twice a month, but I try to do it towards the end of the month here. Bills are usually towards the beginning of the month. Just like that. And then laundry type items. Let's see. We'll put these towards the beginning of these weeks. So like I said, I need to break these out into separates. My poor date night, clinging on for dear life. If we did that by the end of the month, I'll be delighted. That'd be totally fine. And some of these are daily tasks, just in general. I do need to take my car in for an oil change soon. I think I need to have it done by this 3rd week, because I think my miles will be up to there. And I have one market coming up on this 2nd week also. So yeah, these all end up being like daily tasks or once a week tasks anyway. Let's see. Okay. So that looks like a thing. So yeah, these end up, the ones that are left on the sheet are stuff that I either need to make multiple flags for because it's something I'm going to do multiple times a month or a week. And then these are the like big ones that I need to pay attention to at least once during the month. And obviously this is not everything. This doesn't have my brides on it. I'm going to make a separate calendar for brides. And basically I'm going to do one of these for every month. So that way I can look into February and be like, okay, we're in January, but in February, like the cups at WAWAC will be on sale. So I want to, make sure I'm ordering things on a timely fashion. And I think this will really help, just help me get organized. So my goal with this, now that I have the flags on here, is to do a hard copy because I don't know that I will love seeing flags all year. This is really pretty, but I know me, and this might get overwhelming for me to look at constantly. And also these might not stay sticky. So I will probably get nervous if they fall off, like worried that they'll fall off and then I'll forget what to do. Is that anybody else or is that just me? So I might transfer these onto a nice version of my calendar. I do have a calendar started for my brides next year because my goal is to make 5 brides happy with my services next year. So I have a separate calendar for that so it can stay tidy, and then I can hopefully sit down once a week with all my calendars and get everything thought ahead and organized. That's, like I said, this is my goal, is just to be able to have a place that has all this information located that's just not in my head. Because I just don't think my brain has understood how much stuff is on my plate in order to give myself grace about it. And now that I see it, like, this is a lot of stuff, and this isn't even everything. This is just what's on the top of my head right now. And like, no wonder I'm tired and feeling failure-y sometimes. No wonder, So clearly there is more steps to this process, but I think this is where I'll end this portion for today because this was a lot of brain digging already and like soul searching. And it's funny, I had already made this list because I didn't want to do this part on camera because obviously this was a lot of effort already. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll just make some flags and it'll be totally fine. But it's amazing how, I don't feel emotional right now necessarily, but like, it's amazing how emotional it does feel because I want to make time for all these things, and learning how to step into this is quite a challenge. It really is. And I don't want to do poorly at any of these tasks. And I don't think anybody's judging me. This is me putting expectations on myself. And I want to learn how to be gentler with myself because none of these things have gone awry. I just haven't felt organized or peaceful or graceful or balanced. But maybe I'm doing better than I think. And maybe balance doesn't feel like what I think it should. And maybe peace is different than what I've been expecting. And maybe putting this all on paper will help me see that I'm doing better than I thought and give myself some acknowledgement for what I'm doing. Because I've also learned that the jobs of being a mom are, I want to say invisible, but so many things happen when nobody is around to see what I'm doing, how I'm parenting, or what my day is like. Like, I'm the only witness to my day. And that means that I need to be the one that's cheerleading for myself and recognizing all the effort that I am putting in, because this stuff that I do at the end of the day doesn't look like much. Like, it doesn't look like anything. It looks normal and regular. but it feels like a lot because, I mean, this is a lot. If I had any of my friends sitting in front of me saying this is what their month was going to look like, I would have so much compassion for them. It's hard to have compassion for yourself, though, isn't it? It's wild. So, this already has been a great exercise for me because I am definitely feeling some feelings about this. And I'm hoping that by feeling these feelings, I can deflate it. And that way, during the year, it's not so hard for me to sit with all this and feel failure-y when I'm not failing at all. Isn't that wild? What if this entire time we've been feeling like we're failing when we are absolutely not failing at all? That's insane, huh? I bet you $5, at least 2 people are listening to this feeling the exact same kind of way. Okay, well, I'm going to put this aside for today. There's definitely going to be a part 3. I'm going to try to do it before the new year because I would love to have this set and ready to hit the ground running January 1st. I might not have it posted before January 1st, but if you get to this step and you see where to go from here, go for it. I would love to see how your map looks, what's on your plate, and how to make our next year be thoughtful and meaningful and wonderful and just help you feel organized, because this is what my goal is too. And obviously I'm not an authority on this. I'm literally figuring this out as I go, but like, that's okay. You know, we all just figure things out as we go, right? That's how life works. So, alrighty. Well, I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. If this looks interesting to you, please feel free to subscribe, and I will hopefully will have the next part out this next week so we can see the game planning goal for 2023.